Two patterns, I keep seeing them everywhere right now, and neither one is being talked about honestly. The first, a designer whose works look remarkably polished, clean, exactly what a good portfolio should look like, but underneath it, the thinking is hollow. The second, a designer with real experience, a real process, and no interest in changing either, still running the same rhythm they have been running for years, comfortable, and slowly becoming invisible. Both are in trouble. This video is about why and what the third designer looks like. I want to be honest about where I'm speaking from. I have over 22 years in design. I have led design across the service industry, large-scale digital system, and complex enterprise software. I have seen what happens when the market shifts and designers don't move with it. I saw it with print designers. I saw it with web designers who dismissed mobile, and I'm watching it again happening right now with AI. Except this time the shift is faster and the stakes are different because AI isn't just changing the tools, it's changing what counts as a proof of skill. And that's the thing nobody is clearly saying enough. The proof of design skill is no longer the screens. It never was, but we all quietly agreed to pretend it was. Now we can no longer pretend because AI can produce the screens in minutes. Something better looking than what took you 2 days. So, if you value what ties to producing artifacts, wireframes, UI layouts, polished screens, you are in a different conversation now. Not a hopeless one, but a different one. The first dangerous pattern is what I call AI obedience. I saw this clearly by mentoring students from a well-known design university. Talented people, motivated, and they were producing work that looked good, genuinely polished. Figma files with the right components, the right spacing, the right hierarchy. But when I sat with them and started asking questions like, why is the navigation structured this way? What did your user research tell you that led to that decision? The answer was 10. Or they pointed back to what the AI has suggested. And I had to be blunt because that's the only useful thing you can do when you see this. I said, I'm not here to validate what AI gave you. I'm here to validate your thinking. This is AI slope. Here is how the AI slope works. You start with AI as a support, genuinely helpful. You are overwhelmed. The deadline is tight and you used to move it faster. That's fine, it's smart. Then you start to accept the output. Not because you have evaluated it, because it's good enough. Because it's fast to accept than to question. Then you start to defend the output. It becomes your work. You have moved it, adjusted it, and pretended it that you own it now. And then slowly, quietly, your own judgment disappears. Not because AI took it, because you stopped using it. Now the second pattern, and I want to be very careful here because I have real respect to this kind of designer. They are not lazy. They are not incompetent. They are experienced, often excellent, and they have earned their place. But they have stopped experimenting. They still believe the old UX process will protect them. Research, flow, wireframes, prototype, handoff, the same rhythm, the same tools, the same pace. I have seen this before. Maybe you too have seen this pattern before. Maybe you have lived it. Most of the senior designers here started in print. The salary was low, but the craft was real. Then the web arrived, then UX. Each shift took, better opportunities, but only for those who moved. I know people who never did, still skilled, still working, but fewer clients, low remuneration, and shrinking opportunities. I told them then, the market is moving, adapt. They heard me, they just didn't move. AI is the shift again, same pattern, same reasoning, same risk. Except this time, it's happening very fast. Here is the uncomfortable truth thing about this pattern. Avoidance feels like integrity, like you are protecting the craft, like you are not one of those people who just accept whatever a machine gives them. And that instinct is not wrong, but it's being applied to the wrong problem. The problem isn't the AI output. The problem is whether you understand what's changing well enough to make deliberate choice about what to use, what to protect. So what does the third designer look like? The proof of skills has shifted from artifact to thinking. AI can produce the artifact, it cannot produce the rational. The designers becoming more valuable are doing three things. First, they use AI for exploration, validation, and crafting first drafts. They let AI run. Second, they apply their judgment at the decision point, where user context, constraints, and real world complexity are the deciding factors. That judgment comes from experience. AI doesn't have it, you do. Third, they make their thinking visible. They annotate decisions. They write the why before they open Figma. They document what was rejected and why. AI can compete with your screens. They cannot compete with documented judgments. I want to leave you with the question I ask every designer I mentor. Are you using AI to strengthen your thinking or to replace it? Sit with that. Don't answer it quickly, because underneath both the patterns is the same avoidance. The work of developing judgment, that's the actual skill, not the tool, not the process. That's what we work on at Scriven Now. If this is useful, subscribe and share it with somebody who needs to hear it. Cheers.